Welcome to this week's session with Putnam County District Library Guiding Ohio Online Grant. Welcome to a new year. It's 2024, and this would be our first session of this calendar year. So I thought we'd start this off with taking a look at Google Mail, just a brief introduction of some of the features, as well as maybe how to organize things and get things organized here for the start of the new year. So what I have done is I have created a new account, and I did this on purpose so that you could see what it looks like when you have a new account. Because you will notice here I have where you need to customize your inbox, you can change your profile image, you can import contacts and mail if you previously had another account, and you can get the Gmail for mobile as well. Currently, I am working on a laptop, so you will have a different appearance and look depending on using a desktop machine or your mobile device, whatever that might be. So let's just take a look here. If I go to customize your inbox, for example, what you're going to see is it comes up here on the right-hand side of the different ways that I can have my mail look. This is the default. I can change it to comfortable. If I close that out, I'm going to click here. I can change it to compact. Notice how the change happened over here on the left-hand side, and it kind of like, just like what it says, compacts, pushes things together a little bit more. I can do the same thing here. I'm just going to close this back up. I can change my profile image. Notice right now I just have the orange P there up in the corner. If I go to change my profile, I can drag and drop a photo in here or an image that I might want to have. And then the next option here is if I would want to import contacts from other mails that I might have. So that's what you're going to see. And then what you'll see here is you see some of these messages. First thing to keep in mind, any message that is new, it comes up at bold, because I have not looked at that yet. I am using a program called Loom to record this. That's why it's saying congrats in terms of recording a Loom video there. And then we're just going to go down here, and we'll go down the right-hand side here, or the left-hand side, excuse me, just for a minute. You notice you have starred, which if I were to let's take, for example, my Loom here, and I'm going to star that first Loom email I have. Notice then what happens is when I go to starred, that's what comes up. So anything that I put a star in will be, quote, kind of like special there. I can snooze. If I choose to snooze, you want to put email so that you do not see this maybe for a period of time. You can do that as well. I'm going to go back here to my inbox. Notice I am just going up and down here on the side. And notice when I did that, it also closed some of these up. So I've got snoozed, sent, drafts, and then I have more. So I can mark what is important. See my chats. I can schedule, as well as if I click here, this is all of my mail. So all of my mail will show up. And then I have spam. One thing that you will find is often when you are looking, or maybe have someone sending you an email and you're saying, I didn't get that email. What'll happen is it will often, you can maybe find that in your spam folder as well. So you want to make sure that you always check your spam. And then I wanted to take a closer look here at the different categories as well. If you notice, what happens is you have here categories. Categories are social. So those are things like your Facebook account, maybe your Twitter account, or X now account. Those are what you will always see come up in social. Updates, is anything that is new. So it's going to be anything in this bold, like I had said. I'm going to click on this just for the sake of, I want to click on that for a minute. I'm going to go back out. Notice what happened. My updates changed because now I only have, quote, 2 new emails that would be considered updates because I haven't looked at those. I have forums, which if there's any organization type groups that you belong to, and promotions, if I can spit that out, is promotions are emails that you would get that are much more like an advertisement. And what you'll find is many times after a period of time, if you get emails and promotions maybe, and you don't read them, pay attention to them, whatever, those might automatically then after a period of time possibly go to spam. And then below categories, I'm going to close this up. Notice I've got my down arrow, so that opened up my categories. I can always then add more what they call labels. So I can manage my labels here and I can create a new label here. So if I wanted, I would go create a new label. I would type in what I want this new label to be called. So let's just, for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to title this label library, and I'm going to create that. And then now what you're going to see is down here below, I will have the label that appears. So I could be in my inbox and I could say that I want this, anything that has to do with Loom, I'm going to always file that into library. So I can just simply drag that over if I choose to. Now when you go to library, you're going to see this. And I'm going to open it up again because I want you to see, notice up here at the top, it now has library behind it because it's labeled with library. The other thing I can do is go out here to the side to my 3 dots. I can click on those. I can give these colors if I want to just color code for some reason. That helps to make, because if you're like me, that kind of helps to make your life a little bit more organized if I see the colors. I can also go here. I can edit this if for some reason I didn't spell something correctly. I can change that. And then the last thing here with labels that I wanted to show you is if I go to, had to open this back up for my more. I went to create I want to go to create a new label, but this time I'm going to say, I'm going to use the word today, just for the sake. Notice I now can nest this label under. So let's say I wanted to nest this under the library. So now what happens is I have underneath here, I'm going to scroll this up so that we can scroll it up here on the side so we can see, move this out of the way. Notice here I've got today. So I've got right here below library, I have the word today. So now I just have, so if I for some reason wanted information filed under my library label, I can just continue adding. Say I maybe wanted to add in, I don't know, say forms, or I wanted to add in another label that is titled books or something, whatever. I could just place more labels under there. So that is what you will see when you are first introduced to your Google Mail, and then how you can now organize your mail and put them into different labels and such to have the ability to create some organization to, if you're like me, that little bit of the chaos of your mail. Hope everyone has a fantastic week.